Nice deep sigh here. Time to regroup, and she needs to regroup here.
Another re-rack on lane 16, and of course immediately following our championship round finals, we'll head off to Sports Center and an in-depth look at tonight's title fight between Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield on Sports Center coming up next. Still trying now to figure out lane 16, and instead of the 210, now you get the washout.
I think her timing's become very elusive to her, Denny. That's what's causing her not to get that ball online. She told me that is her worst problem, that she sometimes gets too fast, then she tries to slow it down and she gets too slow, and she doesn't get to the line properly, and the ball's just going to come off at a different spot each time.
Good run at it. Off the wall goes the head pin to the 10. So Nikki Gianulias hanging tough as she converts the washout in the 6th.
Well, we thought we were staring at another open frame, but she took this head pin and bounced it off the wall back into the 10 pin. Sometimes those can be heartbreaking if you wrap them around the 10, because you make the shot so well, and it's just a matter of quarters of an inch. And you see her reaction, and she's very thankful at that point that she covered that spare.
More deliberate push away there, which should mean a better shot. She gets that thing into the swing a little too quick, and she's got trouble. If it's a deliberate push away, you can see it. If she drops it in the right slot, it's a good shot every time.
She's looking for her feel. She's totally an instinct bowler, and she has to wait till she gets that feel, and she's searching for it as she's making her push away.
Not a bad average for the TV pair, eh?
Not at all. I think anybody would swap a 256 for an average for a TV pair. I think she likes it.
Right now she's struggling, though, with 103 in the 6th. What a difference a day makes. More direct. That one's going Brooklyn, and here we go again.
I suppose she felt if Nikki can do it, she can do it.
Well, the other side of that is if you throw it right and it doesn't come back, sooner or later you're going to start tugging that thing.
Yeah, that's the emotional response to that, the psychological response. If you don't see it doing what you want it to do, you're going to help it a little bit, and that's where we get our tug from.
Through the nose and high on the left-hand lane. There you see the open in the 6th. Let's see if Leanne is able to figure out lane 15. If she doubles here, she leads by 1.
To me, Denny, it looks like she's not coming out of that ball quite clean enough and crisp enough, like she's almost hung up in a little bit, and that's creating her missing the target to the left a little bit.
And there you can see she's pondering, thinking, well, let's see, the biggest choice I think you have to make is, did I throw a good shot? Mm-hmm. Do I need to move my feet or change my angle? Or, that's what you have to assess.
When you only have 10 frames, you don't have as much time to decide whether the lane's breaking down or you're making mistakes, so you have to do it real quickly.
Barely nicking the 5 pin to the left. Well, I know one thing. If I were Leanne Barrette, my feet would be going 5 boards left the next time I got to lane 15.
It seems as though the lane is hooking more for her, which they said it was. The players all said 15 was hooking more than 16. And boy, she just barely kisses that 5 pin. Now, if she had the 10, she would have been a perfect spare.
Fine. I'll tell you what, she might have made the sour apple with that shot.
She probably could have, because the ball just kept going.
That's it.
Would have taken out the 7 pin.
You ever made the sour apple?
No, I...
Ever left it?
I'd like to say I never left it, but
you know,
when you get a bad rack here and there, then...
Yeah, right.
Or lots of oil.
Bowlers have more excuses than any other professional athletes as a group.
Oh, there's a book out. Didn't you know that? You can just check the book.
Okay. That double here really puts her in the driver's seat. And past the head pin. A little different angle that time, though. Went a little more direct with that shot. Nikki, Jesus. Whew, well, I've swung it to the 2 board. That didn't work. I tightened it up. I still left the 2-8.
Leanne doesn't look too happy with what she was seeing here, and it's probably the score.
That better hook.
Well, Denny, you notice she was a little bit slower on that shot. Quite a bit slower.
Why am I nervous? I don't understand. Why am I getting nervous here?
Well, you're probably sympathetic for Nikki. She's had a lot of bad breaks.
Or rooting for Leanne, huh? See, I always root for the top seeds.
Well, to lead a tournament, it's tough to lead a tournament and have to come back out and win again, which basically the TV format gives us. But we all know it going in, so there's nothing you can do about it.
We're running a touch long here because we have 2 of the most deliberate players on the ladies tour battling. And of course, Nikki's already won 3 games. Sports Center coming up next. We'll hope they throw a few more strikes here and finish a little quicker. Nikki G with a big strike in the 9th has a possible 2-12 game. Now, if we extend Leanne Barrette all the way out and she strikes through her 12th shot, she would shoot 203.
Well, she could put an awful lot of pressure on Nikki going into Nikki's 10th frame because she gets to finish first. As the top seed, she had her choice of whether she finished first or the opponent did, so Leanne chose to put the pressure on Nikki.
Good speed. Oh, tough break there. Left the solid 4.
She went a little bit more direct at it, Denny. The ball did hook a little harder.
Now a game in the 190s for Leanne if she spares and strikes out. Would still force Nikki Gianulias to mark with a pretty good count in the 10th frame.
Yes, it would.
But she has not bowled well on lane 15, Leanne.
No, lane 15 is the one she keeps going across the head pin to the Brooklyn side. Barely made that 5-pin last time out. Leanne has a pretty good reason, I'll bet. She's got a good friend back home whose daughter just had a little baby boy tonight, and they named him Gordon.
The championship round finals of the $45,000 Lady Ebonite Classic are being brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, know when to say when. And by Burger King. If you want to give people what they want, sometimes you've got to break the rules. Trying to get a few things taken care of here in the championship game. Got to have this one. Tough night for Leanne Barrette, who shakes her head. Nikki G realizing there's no way. I figure Leanne's going to come out here and have a hard time shooting 200, but that's basically what happened.
Especially not when she bowled so well on this particular pair with the kind of average she had on the TV pair.
Different type of condition as well. The lanes prepared this evening as they would have been for A squad the very first day of the tournament. Lanes were stripped and cleaned twice, and a much different reaction in the back end for our players. These lanes were a little tighter throughout the week. Game of 169 for Leanne Barrette, and there you see a very disappointed youngster from Oklahoma City, and Nikki Gianulias just trying to find out what she needs here in the 10th frame to win. Still trying to find the right bowling ball at this point. I think she's dumbfounded that it's going to be this easy.
Especially bowling against Leanne Barrette. Nikki's had her share of bad breaks, and for someone to miss a spare in the 10th frame, the someone being Leanne Barrette, quite unusual. She needs 4 pins to win this title.
That's enough. She has done something that very few players have done before. She has defended her title. Nikki Gianulias, the winner of the $45,000 Lady Ebonite Classic.